Over at the National Communications Network, the program manager Martin Gulsaran, who remains on administrative leave, is trying to convince the board that the $3.9 million he collected from the Guyana Telephone and Telegraph Company was really money for Hits and Jams TV, as NCN subcontracted that outfit to assist in the production of the GT&T song competition. Gulsaran told the NCN board on Wednesday that he did receive a check in his name from GT&T and deposited that check into his account. He told the board also that he subsequently withdrew that money and paid it over to Hits and Jams Television. But that may be where Gulsaran's story becomes fuzzy. GT&T senior officials have told Capital News that HJTV was paid by GT&T for the work it did as part of the TV production of the song competition. NCN was hired to do the video recording of the show, HJTV was hired to do the video editing, another production company was hired to put together the graphics, and yet another company was hired to video record the backstage events related to the TV show. GT&T officials are said to be baffled over Gulsaran's statements to the NCN board and made it clear that when Gulsaran asked for the money to be made payable in his name, he sent in his own invoices under his own letterhead and said he was doing so since he wanted to ensure that the NCN staff members who were a part of the production team were given a special incentive for their work, and if the money was deposited into the NCN account, that would not be a possibility. GT&T made that first payment and the production team did receive an incentive, but the total amount paid out to them represented less than 1 million Guyana dollars, so there is still over $2.9 million which may have vanished. If one is to take Gulsaran's story that he received the money for HJTV and paid it over to HJTV, then he would need to explain where the money that he paid over to the NCN staff came from. Additionally, GT&T sources point out that all members of the NCN production team were a part of the production of the show, from the very start to the very end, and completed the work they were hired for. GT&T blocked an additional $3 million from being paid over to Gulsaran after senior management raised concern about why he wanted the money to be paid to him directly. NCN was paid for the airing of the TV show, but the company has no records of ever receiving a payment for the production. Capital News understands that Gulsaran has also made clear to several persons at NCN that his boss, the chief executive officer, was well aware of the arrangements surrounding the GT&T contracts. The NCN board may not be focusing on the GT&T payments only, as there are also reports that producers of a number of stage shows have also said they were approached with similar arrangements for payments to be made to individuals connected to NCN and not the company directly.